If you're on a customer-facing engineering team and it feels more like a services shop than a true product partner, well, this explainer is for you. We're about to break down the Forward Deployed Engineering Playbook, a framework that is designed to completely change the game.
So let me ask you, does this sound familiar? Your team is stacked with talent, but you're just stuck in this reactive loop. You're taking tickets, fielding one-off requests, and feeling more like an agency than a strategic partner. If your default question to a customer is, okay, what would you like us to do next? You are in exactly the right place.
You see, the absolute key here is to redefine the role from the jump. Forward Deployed Engineering, or FDE, is not a services team. Let me say that again, it is not an implementation partner. Think of it more like embedded product execution. You are a literal extension of your core product org, working side by side with the customer to drive real outcomes.
And that brings us to the core challenge that so many FDE teams face, a full-blown identity crisis. You know, the biggest pitfall by far is operating with a services mindset, because that just completely undermines your strategic value from day one.
This slide just lays it out perfectly, doesn't it? You've got two paths. Over on the left, you have the ticket-taking partner, totally reactive, just waiting for the next set of instructions. But on the right, that's the goal. The embedded product partner, proactive, driving strategy, and managing constraints like a real product owner. We want to live on the right side of this slide.
So if you're not just taking tickets, what is the mission? What's the point? Well, the true goal of a high-functioning FDE team is all about bringing structure and intention to the chaos.
The entire operating rhythm, the whole system, is designed to do these 5 things. You're there to drive real, measurable impact, not just do work, but create change. You maintain crystal clear visibility on what's happening, you iterate super fast based on what you're learning, and, this is so important, you make prioritization and trade-offs totally explicit, which constantly reinforces that you own a piece of the product.
Okay, so that's the why. Now let's get into the how. To actually pull off that mission, you need an operating system. This execution cadence is what turns all those good intentions into disciplined, repeatable success.
And it all starts right here. Forget about scattered emails, random docs, and lost threads. For every single customer engagement, there is one Slack canvas, and it is the single source of truth. No ambiguity, no, where do we decide that? Everything lives right here.
Now, what's really brilliant about this is the structure. This is not some random notes document. It has 5 required sections. You've got your goals right at the top. A clear log of what's done and the impact it had, what's in progress right now, what's up next with explicit trade-offs, and a list of any blockers or decisions that are needed. This structure forces clarity on everyone, you and the customer.
And that structured canvas feeds directly into your weekly 30-minute sync. And listen, this is a working session, not a status call. Look at the timing, it is tight and it is purposeful. You let the customer talk for 5 minutes, then you drive the execution review straight from the canvas. But the magic happens between minutes 20 and 25. Prioritization, calibration. This is where you force the hard conversations about trade-offs, just like a PM would, and you end with zero ambiguity about who owns what.
Now we get to what might be the most critical part of this entire playbook. The tools are great, but if you don't change your language, you're still going to sound like an agency. Your words literally frame your role. So let's break down how you can sound like a true embedded partner. Principle number 1, you have to drive strategy, don't just ask for tasks. So stop asking, what do you want? And start saying, based on the data we're seeing, we recommend we prioritize this because it will achieve X. You propose, they react. You're instantly changing the entire dynamic of the relationship.
Second, and this is just huge, enforce trade-offs. A services company tries to absorb every single request, but a product company makes the constraints visible, asking, okay, if we prioritize that, it means we have to push X back. Is that the right trade-off? That might be one of the most powerful questions an FDE can ask. It forces reality into the conversation.
Principle 3, anchor everything to the outcome, not the effort it took. Nobody cares how long something took you. Seriously, they care what it did. So instead of saying you worked hard, you state the impact directly. This change reduces false positives. Effort is your business. The impact is their business.
And this is what that looks like in the real world. It's not vague, it's specific. We believe this will improve call qualification accuracy by about 12%. When you tie your work to a number, even if it's an estimate, you're showing that you're focused on the same business metrics that they are.
And finally, stop asking for permission to do your job.
You want to avoid that tentative language like, would you like us to maybe try? No, be confident. Next, we're going to test X and we'll review the results with you. That confidence signals ownership and expertise.
So, okay, let's put it all together. What happens in that high-pressure moment when a customer just ignores the plan and starts pushing for some immediate, one-off custom work? How do you respond to that without caving in or just sounding difficult?
You use the system. You don't get emotional or defensive, you just stay calm and you say this. If this is mission critical, we can absolutely reprioritize. It's the perfect response. It validates their urgency, but it puts the decision to make a trade-off back in their court, all while reinforcing the disciplined process you've built together.
So what happens when you combine that operating cadence with this language of product? You fundamentally change your team's identity. You complete that transformation from just another agency to a true product partner.
This is who you are now. You are product-led, not sales-led. You are outcome-driven, not effort-driven. You are structured, you are constraint-aware, and you are deeply embedded in their team. And just as importantly, you are explicitly not an agency. You're not a ticket desk, and you're not a custom dev shop. This is your new charter.
Ultimately, it all boils down to this really powerful mission statement. You don't just implement software or finish projects. No, you are on the front lines, using real-world signals from your best customers to build and refine the core product, right there, in the field.
So I'll leave you with this one question to take back to your team. I want you to look at your meetings, your Slack channels, your language, your whole mindset. Are you building a service or are you building product in the field? Because the answer to that question defines your entire impact.